To start with, thank you, Miss Yambi, for the accolades. I don't know whether you were lying at some points, but yeah, for the sake of progress, let's move on. Thank you very much, Mr. Gasoka, the teachers, and the entire management for having entrusted this duty to me. I'm here to do just what I used to do or what I have been doing, and I'm sure you will walk away of this hall with something that will last a lifetime. Yes. We are here. Today is the 9th of October, 2025. A date which has been prepared by people who have been running around for this program, by people who have been running around the classrooms, running around to research, running around to make sure that you get that teaching and learning that is taking place. Indeed, when we prepare for something, we can only enjoy the fruits. And these fruits are the ones we are gathered here for. When I look around, this school is having so many corridors. So you have been walking through these corridors to access your classrooms. You have been walking around these corridors to go and do some extramural activities. Through those corridors, people admired you as you walked. People admired you as you participated in those activities. But today we are going to admire you being given that which you have worked for. You have indeed worked hard, and we are only going to appreciate. Those that have been walking around, roaming around the school premises for no reason, will obviously be motivated that indeed I don't just need to walk around the school, but I need to walk for a purpose. When I walk, unless I'm going to where I'm going to get something in return, which is education. Remember, this center is known for where learning matters. It is all that matters, nothing else. The issues of going around to jump the fence, the issues of doing all ill things that we don't need here are the things that you are going to approve to say, if only I was focused and realized that this is a place where learning matters, I was also going to walk on this grand stage as others are going to be awarded. And that is what we do, and that is how it should be done. So my motivation is going to be centered around the well-crafted theme, which is saying, are you aware of it? Yes. Are you aware of it? Yes. The theme, do you have it? Yes. Huh? Education is a passport to the future. Why is it a passport to the future? It's because one has to prepare for it. So education is a passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who do what? Who prepare for it. Today we are here. It was once called tomorrow, and today it is today, simply because we have prepared for it. Teachers have run around for all the logistics. They were preparing for today. You have been paying attention, reading extra hours, simply because you were preparing for this day. So education is the only one that can take us from point A to point B, which is then, unless we have to prepare for it. But this education, to prepare for it, it takes quite a lot in order for it to be successful. Now, I would like you to listen to this short story. There was once a little boy in the village of a certain country in Africa. This boy walked so many kilometers to access his school. As he walked, day in, day out, he once came across an old man. This old man was found just staring on a very little seedling. You are doing agriculture, right? A little seedling, a small plant. He was just looking at it. Then this boy was curious and asked, why are you looking at this seedling? Why are you so focused in staring at this seedling? The old man looked at the little boy and said, I'm just teaching it patience. I'm teaching the little seedling patience. Although I don't see it growing, I nurture it, I water it, and I still have the trust that one day it will grow. Later on, this made the boy realize that education is indeed just like that little seedling. It needs to be watered. It needs to be nurtured. And it requires sacrifice. The sacrifice here we are talking about is the sacrifice that the teachers go through, the sacrifice that your parents go through, the sacrifices that you yourself go through, and all in all, the sacrifice that the ministry, the government is busy doing to make sure that you have a conducive environment and in very good hands who are the teachers to make sure that something happens in your life. So do not be at this school, pass through this school, these classrooms and go out, but allow this school and the education they are giving you to go through you as well. Because if you just come here and disappear, you are going to be a danger to society. Let the education go through you and transform you. This is why I would like to say I am very honored to stand before you and speak to our future leaders, our future everything, the parents who have been there for you and the teachers that have been there for you. Because this is something that they've been doing to say they are busy empowering your minds, they are busy planting the seed of knowledge, and of course they are busy inspiring your future. So this future is here to be done the way you are doing it. If the teachers sometimes are being hard, it has nothing to do with hatred. It has nothing to do with whatever. It simply means it is just part of the passport that we need to take us to the future that we need. Because this passport needs to be paid for. And sometimes we don't need to pay money, but we need to pay the sacrifice that we pay, the attention that we pay to our teachers, the respect that we accord them, the respect and the guidance that we receive from our parents. That is what will earn us the passport that we need for our future to be crafted as you are doing at this school. When we break down the theme, education is the passport to the future because tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it. Sometimes you come from a home, some of you come from a home where things are not okay. Things are not okay to a point that your parents go an extra mile just to make sure that something happens in your life. Especially now that we have these competitions, you sometimes put your parents under pressure to say, no, tomorrow is Sunday and I'm going back to school, but I don't have this, I don't have that, my friends have this, my friends have that, and your parents get very worried and on their toes to make sure that they fulfill those requests that you make. Very demanding, although sometimes they don't have it. Some of them even go an extra mile to go and take debts just to make sure that they buy you that thing that you are asking for to come to school. But then for some, they disregard it. When they get here, they show off with the same thing that they cried for to their parents. And at the end of the day, you will know what the result is, because if you don't prepare for your tomorrow will never look like it was prepared. So your tomorrow needs to be prepared consciously, not by mistake. It needs to be done. You need to do it. There is no witchcraft or nothing that you should take to make you pass, but your commitment will obviously make you pass. Because otherwise, if there was witchcraft, I think even me, I could go and get it. But it's impossible. Just like in sports, there's no witchcraft unless you put in that dedication, that commitment. That is the only one that will bear the fruit that you want, the passport that we need. For what? For our future. Right now, I know there are those that are going to get awards whose parents could not make it here. Parents did not make it here because they don't want. They simply did not make it here because of the commitment they may have. They did not make it simply because they did not get that little transport fare that needs to be paid from Rundu or wherever to get here. They feel they were supposed to be here. But because they could not get the little money that is needed to pay, they did not come here. And to those of you who are in that situation, I would like to say, their presence here doesn't matter. because you are at a school where learning matters. It doesn't matter if they are not here. What matters is that you are doing what is required, which is the learning. It doesn't matter if they went to somebody and say, can you please borrow me $100, borrow me $200. My daughter, my son is going to receive an award, and I need to be at Matumbo Rebebe. So if that is you, understand that your parents are going through what it takes to make sure that your passport is granted without an expiring date. Because when you are educated, you will never have an expiry date. So this passport should be very expensive. The parents that are here should demonstrate to you that if your parent is not here, they are as well here for you. When you receive the award, they are going to ululate for you. They are going to clap hands for you because you are a child as well. So their absence should not break you down, but their absence should simply encourage you to say, with or without my parents here, my award remains mine. Nobody is going to take it away from me. Because you have prepared for this day. The award that you receive is well deserved. You have worked for it. So even if you were sick, even if you were taken to the hospital, your award was going to be kept and wait for you. Because it is yours. You have done it. Very good. So now, when we look at the learners seated here, to the teachers, look at these little learners. These learners, I want us to look at them like the seedling I have described at the beginning. This little plant that we see in front of us, the little seedling that we see in front of us in the classroom every day, this little seedling may be stubborn at times. This seedling will require that you exercise your patience. This seedling requires that you water it, you nurture it. Because as a teacher, I know that we all believe that every child is able. Yes. Whether the circumstances do not allow, but we as teachers always look for a way to make sure that this child excels. Remain with that trust to say, even if this child fails this test today, tomorrow I'm sure this child will pass. And when your teacher is encouraging you to say, next time work hard, put in the work, and you'll see that you are going to pass. Some of you were once told, you will make it. Work hard next time. And when you worked hard, you indeed proved that it can work. And you indeed passed that particular task. So it is all about listening to the instructions, listening to the guidance to make sure that you work towards the passport that we need to take us to the future, which indeed is going to be brighter. It is not going to be easy, because you sometimes come from your parents' house without anything, but that is nothing, because you are coming to a school where learning matters. When you have a hostel, that little breakfast, that little lunch, the little dinner is all that you need to get you to where you want to be. The rest of those extra biscuits, extra fat cakes, that's why I'm calling them extra. You don't need it. What you need is the learning that is taking place here. And you are going to make it if you take it in that way. But if you look at what others have and you don't have, you even start blaming and cursing your parents, you are also cursing your future. Because your child tomorrow will also demand the same thing and you will not provide it. Because you are not preparing that future with a good heart. Prepare the future that you need with a good heart so that tomorrow your child will not have to be patient like the way you are being patient for having understood the life that your parents live. But because you are going to have everything, because your parent has been there, has walked with you, she or he has been along your journey, you walk together, and when you are going to exit this school, you go to a university, you are going to finish up, you get your job, then you look back, I have indeed prepared my future. I have indeed prepared my today, the today that you will have. So the issue of distraction, put it aside. Let us celebrate the life of those that are going to be awarded, because we need to accept and reevaluate ourselves that no, I used to see them not sleeping. I used to see them paying attention in class. I used to see them being very serious, taking note. I think they deserve it. Not to know maybe the teacher favors them or whatever. Know that when they were busy preparing for this, you played a little bit. And it's not the end of the day or the end of the world, because we are here to see how good it feels to be awarded on something that you have indeed worked hard for. And we are going to celebrate you, whether I am getting, I'm speaking on your behalf, or not. We are going to clap hands, we are going to ululate for them, because we also want to pick ourselves up so that tomorrow we also walk this grand stage to be awarded. Not just walking in the corridors of Matumbo Ribebe, but we want to walk here and be given that award. Parents are here to celebrate with you. Your friend is here to celebrate with you. The teachers are here to take pride in what you have produced, because they know they are busy nurturing that seedling, which requires patience, care, and water. And the trust, they have it. They believe, they trust that one day your future will be bright. Because that is why they are here, and they are not here by mistake. They are here because they understand their assignment. So listen to them, listen to your parents, and your future will be granted that passport, and it will take you there. Your community, your country will be proud, because once a seedling, tomorrow it will be a tree that is going to provide shade to the people. You will one day be a responsible citizen, a person who is responsible for something very big, under which many people will benefit. It starts with how little you are today. Tomorrow, the teachers are aware of how big you are going to be. Not in size, but in how much others will benefit from you. It can only be done by a teacher. So there's no teacher that is here to sacrifice you for no reason. The sacrifice that you may feel as a sacrifice, it is just there because it's the price that we need to pay in order to get that passport which is taking us to the future. Because our tomorrow needs to be prepared. Parents, your child may be very troublesome at home, but the teachers are ready to make sure that they change this child. You may not see the changes immediately, but as the years go by, you realize that there was somebody at Matumbo Ribebe who was doing everything for me, for my child. That's why today I have this teacher, I have this doctor, this engineer, this whatever. Because there was once that teacher at Matumbo Ribebe who made sure that he or she was there when I wasn't around. So we are three in this thing, where a learner needs to play their part, a teacher needs to play their part, they would play their part, which they are indeed playing, and the parents, that little push that you give at home, that little reminder, that little guidance, is the one which makes everything proper, is the one that makes everything come to fruition, is the one that gives us the passport to our future, is the one that prepares the tomorrow of these little ones. Because if we are going to fail in our role, we are simply going to increase the number of criminals in the streets. But I'm sure and convinced that this is not why we are here for. We are here to mold these children in the belief that at Matumbo Ribebe, education or learning is the one which matters. Nothing else. Whether we have it or we don't have it, education and the learning that takes place here is the one which we regard as most important. The seedling we see here, one day it will become something big, and we are sure that the future of our children born and unborn, are going to be cared for by the same kids that we are preparing, the same kids that we are empowering, because we have accepted our role as teachers, we have accepted our role as parents. You are not in wrong hands. You are in the right hands. For as long as you have somebody by your side, you have your teacher in front of you, all shall be well. Your passport shall be granted. Your future, your tomorrow is going to be prepared, because this is what it takes. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. KANDJILU. I think he deserves another round of applause. Thank you very much for the wise words. I think the message is for all of us, the parents, the learners.